What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
Depraved Slasher here. We're back into the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast. We've got a fun one for
Dab
you today.
again. Just hold the dab. I'm dabbing.
I keep trying to find a replacement, but he just keeps coming back.
He just keeps coming back. Eventually, he's going to leave. Stop doing that shit.
No.
We're here,
So,
man.
we've got a little bit of news. We've got 5 more episodes of Avengers.
Yeah.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which again is still remaining the solid show that it is.
Kind of solid show. Yeah.
We have a solid trilogy of episodes in this for sure, and then 2 other ones that bookend it that are okay. They're just okay.
Right.
Well, the first one was okay. We'll get there. Again, we have no questions to answer for this podcast, so for those of you that don't like to ask questions, thank you for letting us go right into the news.
Right, because you're awesome. No.
No, seriously, if you guys want to know anything question-wise about what we like in Marvel or things like that, what we think is going on with things or whatever, ask questions in the comment section on YouTube. If you are listening on Spotify or something along those lines, wherever else you might be watching us from or listening to us from, jump on Twitter, tag us. Mm-hmm. He's RP guy.
RP Marvel 2.
RP Marvel 2. He's real original. I'm Depraved Slasher.
At least this is right to the point. I don't know what the hell Ralph is writing.
I've got a brand.
I just got a name.
He's just got initials.
He got initials RP Marvel. That's like, really? You could have went with something else? No, this is perfect.
Okay, so going ahead and jumping into the news from this past week. First off, Marvel is reportedly eyeing Andrew Garfield to play another hero in the MCU, and in the article that I was reading, they said that they would have no problem with him being another character in the MCU because technically he's from a different dimension as Spider-Man. So, even if he is in No Way Home, quote-unquote,
right.
They could still pull him in for a different role. You know who I think he would be a good spot for?
What?
Depending on what you want to do, if they wanted to go young and let them grow in the MCU, I think he would be a good Reed Richards. He's got the look for it. I'm talking pre-gray streaks. Like, he would be a young Reed Richards.
I was going to take the Toy Maker.
That's a guy?
Yes. No, the dude from MODOK. What was that? What was he? He was the X-Men, the dude.
Huh?
He was the guy that was with the young MODOK.
Arcade?
Arcade.
He would not be a good Arcade.
You don't think so?
Arcade's crazy. You need...
You would think he would
that
be
would
crazy?
be a good Woody Harrelson role.
Just like...
I still don't know how I feel about him being Carnage yet.
Sorry, he just said...
Because I still think Topher Grace would be a good Carnage.
Right.
And then Brock Lesnar would have been a good Eddie Brock.
That would have perfect. But yeah, that's what I got. But that's funny. He said, let's just go ahead and... Arcade. All right, let's go ahead and go find new Carnage. Let's do it.
Can we just shuffle this up a little bit?
Right. How much you pay this man? No, let me stop. But yeah, that's all I got for Arcade. Just, you got the hype for it.
At the end of the day, if Marvel's going to hire him, they'll know where to put him.
Right.
They still, to this day, at least in my opinion, have not messed up on a casting call yet.
No, not really. Yeah, everything's been hits.
No, you absolutely dislike Captain Marvel. We'll get to that whenever we cover that movie. Or a movie with her in it.
Shit.
Go ahead and read the next one, Ralphus.
It's okay, Fan Force. Echo will begin production in January 2022, and I Heart will begin production in April 2022. Cool.
So these are supposed to be secret dates.
Right.
Somebody has leaked them saying that they will be starting. Echo technically hasn't even been confirmed.
Right, damn. we knew more about Ironheart than Echo.
Right, but of course once Hawkeye drops, the Disney Plus show,
right,
that's probably when they'll announce Echo.
Right.
They'll be like, oh yeah, and by the way, we're already recording for it.
Right, yeah, we're going right into that bad boy. Yes, we are.
Disney Plus has What If officially scheduled in August, which we already had talked about it a couple weeks ago. That they said it was going to be in August. Now on Disney Plus itself, it says it's coming in August. This is going to be another one of those shows that we cover week by week. I'm super excited for.
I'm excited for everybody, but I am going, like I told him before, excited to see Chad Bozick's voice one last time before, whatever. But that's what I'm excited for. I mean, like I said, Tony Stark and all them too, but that's the one I want to watch the most. That's gonna probably be a 10 for me. No,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Chris Evans be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I want to see that too. Yeah,
It'll be interesting and a little weird.
Yeah,
a little weird.
That's why it's called What If. Let's go.
Right.
10 out. This whole series gonna be trying 10 out of 10 for me.
Dude, I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna love it.
Your turn.
All right. The Incredible Hulk is going to Disney Plus in June in Spain. Okay, which means we may see it arrive in other locations soon. Huh.
This is something I read today. So yes, the Incredible Hulk, the forgotten MCU movie, as I like to call it, because everyone seems to forget it is an MCU movie.
And that's funny. Like, it's an MCU movie, and people are like, it was? I'm like, yes.
But it is making its way to Disney Plus in Spain this month.
Huh. That's weird. I mean, I guess that could work.
And honestly, I think it's more of a trial thing. But I would not doubt seeing, honestly, all the Incredible Hulk movies at some point in the Disney Plus app.
Right.
I'm pretty sure them and Universal can work out a deal,
yeah,
which would get the Incredible Hulk as a... They could get it as an MCU timeline movie.
Right.
And then bring in the other ones as like legacy movies.
Right.
Because obviously there was Hulk.
Right.
There were actually 2 other Hulk movies.
There were?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was the one that came out in 2004.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
And then...
yeah, it was bad. I'll try to give it a call. Like, no.
And then maybe if we're lucky, I would eventually love to see everything from Marvel on Disney Plus.
Right, like
everything. I mean, they've already got most of the animated stuff, but I mean, we're about to get within the next several months. All the Spider-Man finally are going to be on Disney Plus.
Right. Fine. Right.
We're finally possibly getting the Hulk movies on, but I would like the old Hulk TV show.
Well, the Hulk we just
as well as all these other shows that are like all the ABC shows,
right.
all of the Netflix shows.
Because that's what it is. Like,
just
I mean,
bring it all to Disney Plus.
Bring like a catalog. It's just
Come on.
And I hope like the She-Hulk is good too. Just throwing that out there. I hope that's gonna be a good little thing.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
he's like, don't worry about it.
This one I found absolutely interesting. Vera Farmiga says that Haley Steinfeld kills it as Kate Bishop.
Okay.
Vera, who I didn't know was her actual name.
Wow.
Vera Farmiga is actually the lady known for playing as Lorraine Warren in the Conjuring movies. I didn't know that was her actual name, so when I first read it, I was like, who? That's and then awesome. In parentheses, it was like from The Conjuring. I'm like, wait, is that who I think? So I went and looked her up. I was like, no way. Yeah, so she's playing Eleanor Bishop, which is Kate Bishop's mom.
I'm going to go see that now. That's just automatic.
You're not going to go anything. It's a Disney Plus show. You're going to sit your happy ass at home like you should. Ralph is like, can I watch these shows in IMAX 3D?
Yeah, I'll be the one that would do it.
I've been cramped up at home for too long.
For too long, just 2 lockdowns. It's like, I gotta get somewhere. Like, you can watch this Plus now. Let's just watch it all on IMAX, big screen, crowded up area. Let's go. Let me.
Look, I don't even want to watch movies with people.
Yeah, I'm the only one he brings over. He's just like
he's the only friend I might have, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But he's the only friend that's well, no, he's not the only one.
I know you got some friends. We got friends.
Him, Athena, and T-Rev are the only 3 friends that have been here.
Right, they've been
out of all the people that I know.
Right. And he hates people. No, let me stop.
I don't like going out in public.
Yeah,
I never have.
Never. Yeah. You told me that. Yeah, the public.
Like honestly, if they would let me stream day one for everything, I would never go to theater other than for the Avengers movies. I feel like the Avengers movies are must see in theater.
Right, but Eternals, Disney Plus.
No, all that shit would have been Disney Plus, $30, take my money.
Right, Doctor Strange, Disney
because
Plus.
Here's the thing too, if I spend the $30, I can stream it as many times as I want.
Right.
No questions asked.
Right.
And it never falls off of Disney Plus. So like,
if you want to watch it,
you'd have unlimited access to it from the time it drops.
Right.
And then eventually it becomes free on Disney Plus anyways.
Right. Like Raid of the Last Dragon is now free now.
Right.
That was like $30 also.
But if you spend the $30, it's just always free.
Right.
Well,
right.
It wasn't technically free. You spent $30, but
right. That's interesting though. Huh.
Right.
Like Cruella de Vil now.
Why spend $50 for a one-time view when I could spend $30? Watch it as many times as I fucking want.
And it doesn't drop off like, how you will go on Xfinity, they'll have movies that just go away like that. And like this one, it's like, you can just watch it again if you want to. If you want to spend the $30 again, watch it again. They don't give a shit. Do it again. So.
But yeah, so anyways, she says that Kate Bishop Haley Steinfeld kills it as Kate Bishop, which had me kind of excited because I'm already excited for the Hawkeye series. It's the last time we'll see Jeremy Renner in the MCU.
Yeah, shit. Huh.
He's training his replacement.
I am so sad now. No, I'm
excited.
It's like, I'm sad.
It's moving on.
Right, it's moving on just like everything else. God damn it.
Exactly.
All right. During Jimmy Kimmel Live, and I have seen this actually. I was going to talk to you about that too. Jim introduced Rachel Weisz. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yes! And says she plays...
It said, quote...
It quote, she plays Melanie... I am not...
Melina.
I am not about to...
Vostokov
in Black Widow. Causing Weisz to say, I think we're not allowed to say Melina's second name. Jimmy asked her for a repeat what she said, and she said, in quote, I think we're prohibited from saying Melina's second name. I think it's Marvel Cinematic Universe secret. Yeah, like, they literally... He was... Bro, I was going to say, I'm happy you saw it. Like, I was going to ask you, like, bro, he was going back and forth, and he was like... Dude, no. Because they were trying to go on download, like, trying to tell it on anything.
So here are the things that I think.
Okay.
I think it was done on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think this is Marvel giving the okay...
Right, whatever
to
they
leak
can...
a little something.
Leak a little something.
To make people want to watch Black Widow even more. Because let's be real, of all the movies coming up, Black Widow is the least interesting.
Yeah, because I don't care.
It's been held off for...
It started...
Who knows how long.
It started in May, then because of the situations...
It was supposed to come out last year. And then it was moved to the middle of the year.
Well, first it was moved to January, then it moved to the middle of the year.
And then they closed it down for the rest of the year, and they're like, all right, it's going to be next year. Right. Next year came, and they're like, all right, it's going to be in the middle of the year. Right. And they keep pushing it. It was like 5 or 6 times they kept pushing it, and this is finally they decided to push everything back now. Honestly, at this point, they should have just released it on Disney+. Because
that's why everyone was getting mad about that, too.
To be honest... No one cares at this point.
Yes.
Like, you're literally going to have little impact on the overall MCU story.
Right. And then we get Julia Dreyfus' character from, like...
we'll finally see what she's all about.
Right, because she's supposed to be
which is
in
gonna
this.
Be cool.
Which, I mean, that's cool, but...
I'm excited to see Taskmaster. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see the movie.
No, I'm excited, I just don't care.
But I'm not, like...
Yay!
Yeah, I gotta see this movie.
Right, this is gonna be great!
It and Eternals are in the same boat for me of, I'm gonna watch it because it's in the MCU.
Right, it's MCU.
But otherwise,
I don't care.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully Eternal surprises me. We'll see.
Hopefully. They gotta get one more trailer to surprise me. But it's a teaser stuff.
Right. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the segment of the show that has been gone for 2 weeks. Yeah. This is the Cap, the Hela, and the MODOK.
We're back at it.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, where the Cap is the good, the Hela is the bad, and the MODOK is the ugly. The Cap for this week... Thor: Love and Thunder has finished filming.
They did it with a YouTube video.
Right.
He said it's a workout. He said, look how awesome. They did a workout video,
they
bro.
Are goofy as hell.
They are good. Tyler Waititi is goofy, bro. I fucks with it though. He's funny.
Speaking of which, to go side by side with this, did you hear that Waititi or whatever his name is?
Tyler Waititi
is actually in trouble by Marvel because there's a picture of like him and his girlfriend and another girl, like 3-way kissing each other.
Whoa. Hot. Giggity. Let me stop.
I'm sorry, Marvel. You have no control over people's personal lives.
Right.
If people could snap pictures of them while they're at a hotel.
Doing their thing. Tyler Waititi, he's just living life. Damn, y'all. What? I'm sorry. Well, then again, it's just like Doc Ock releasing whatever the hell he wants to release. So.
No. That's way different because that's revealing shit for a movie. That's bad. You cannot justify that.
No, I didn't justify it. I just said, like, it's like I was trying to not justify you.
You're making it sound like you're like, it's like him wanting to do that. If he's going to do it, just let him do it. Is that where you were going?
No.
Where were you going then? Say it.
Yeah, that's why I was going.
I know.
I really was we gonna put this in a pause and a deep thought. Like I was like, did your coworker die? Like
you're talking. You're talking. The difference here, though, just to explain it to you, is one is dealing with somebody's personal life. Mm-hmm. The other one is revealing major secrets for a fucking movie.
I was about to
that they're contractually obligated to not do.
I was about to be on a buffering moment.
Waititi's not contractually obligated to not be 3-way kissing with people.
Hot. I was gonna like really buff on camera, guys. Ralph is gone. He just went. He froze right on camera.
Ralph.exe has failed.
Right. Like what he did, it's buffering. You're buffering. You're messing up the mind. Your mind's messing up.
Ralph's on AOL. Somebody tried to call him.
He's like, "What'd you say?" Just like complete froze. Like, you good?
Go ahead with the bad.
Yeah, I got you. Paul Bettany's Marvel contract has expired, and he is unsure if he'll return as Vision. Damn.
So, the last time we saw Paul Bettany, he was fading away into nothingness.
Yeah.
Although the last time we saw the version of Paul Bettany that everyone was expecting to see, he was flying away from the scene of the fight as White Vision.
Right. For those who went to the movies, he faded away, but if you got Disney Plus, yeah, he was there on WandaVision. So, yeah. That's what you should.
No. He faded away at the end of WandaVision. Him and Wanda were standing in the living room.
Oh, I thought you meant when White Vision just like took off. I mean, well,
I was talking about that as well.
Oh, I thought
when I said he faded away.
Well, I thought it faded away like his ass faded away in Infinity War.
No, he didn't fade away in Infinity War. He got his head fucking dug into, and he died. That wasn't fade away.
That's not really death. He kind of just got deprogrammed.
That was death. Ralph is going to Disney World tomorrow. His mind is not here at
all. So he is gonna. It's like Ralph's gonna go to Disney World. He's just completely gone. He's been gone since Monday. They been like, "Where's your head at?" You don't want to know, bro. Not right now.
That's why he looks all pretty. He shaved just for Disney World. He shaved for Mickey Mouse.
And Minnie Mouse too.
You notice he doesn't shave for y'all. He shaves for fictional characters, like Lola Bunny.
Let me go. Look at that bad bunny. Ah, shit.
All right, the MODOK.
And this is horrible.
Again, guys, this is 90% me making fun of Ralph, and the rest of it's just news.
Good. This is just news.
No.
This is horrible.
So this is the MODOK. Now, this is only speculated.
Right.
Apparently, I was reading further, it's been speculated like this for like 2 years now.
Okay, cool.
So there's no guarantee that this is actually something that's happening. But speculation is Marvel is apparently serious about getting Amber Heard for a role in the MCU. Let me tell you this now, Marvel. While I will still watch your movies, I will be extremely pissed off.
Yeah, I'll probably
if you get this evil twat bucket for a movie.
She still got her contract with Warner Brothers, and Johnny Depp his contract's gone. That's crazy. But that's not the point. Just I wouldn't.
I will stand behind Johnny Depp
forever
on all of this.
Forever, man. That's crazy, man. But like you said, at least it is 2 year. But never know. They can always come back to that 2 year little gap there. And be like, hey, guess what, Amber? You wanna roll in this shit?
Maybe.
Right.
Depends on if she sticks around for the Aquaman role. Because the problem is, they won't hire somebody that's in DC movies actively to be in Marvel movies.
That's interesting. Yeah. I guess that's just their contract in there. So.
That's it for the news.
Yeah, we're awesome. This is the Marvel news.
All right, so we're jumping back into Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Season 1. These are episodes 16 through 20.
Still liking it. Still
an amazing show so far. But picking up where we left off. Episode 16 is titled Widow's Sting. And we open up with MODOK trying to get more money from Hydra by striking a deal with Reaper.
Like a boss.
This is an order, which is funny because we took a break.
Right, hello.
From the show, like the last episode we had covered had MODOK in it.
Right.
And then we did MODOK, and now we're opening with MODOK.
That's badass.
It's MODOK's everywhere, yo.
It's MODOK season. No, let me stop.
MODOK season.
MODOK season.
Big head season.
Big head season. Big head season. Nice.
Looks like a what are those ice dudes called?
What?
Frost giant. Looks like a frost giant's head on an infant's body.
Yeah, on an infant's body. And they still keep the jokes going.
Right.
They still do.
Now, Hydra has apparently hired AIM to make the Cosmic Cube, which I thought was a fantastic little...
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, good segue. Right.
It hasn't shown itself yet. Don't get excited, Joe.
No.
We just know that MODOK's working on making it.
Right.
Hawkeye interrupts the fight. Pretty much just whoops everybody's ass.
He sent an arrow at
I swear Hawkeye is like the best fighter in the Avengers.
Whole fucking like TV show. What the fuck is this?
Like, you rarely ever see Hawkeye
losing.
Right.
I mean, you seen Wasp lost, Thor lost, Iron, everybody lost, even Black Panther. Damn. Hawkeye's like, I'm here. Bam. Right in MODOK's face. I can't get up. That's a win, bro. He beat your ass in 3 seconds.
Right.
I'm sorry. I just had
So, AIM and Hydra retreat.
Retreat.
Shield comes down. One of the soldiers is like, "Hey, Hawkeye, Fury needs to talk to you."
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll talk to him too."
Fury's pissed.
Like always.
Pretty much tells him and the Avengers to stay out of Shield business. And at this moment, again, I'm starting to rethink what we had talked about before. I think Black Widow is still working for Shield,
right?
But trying to infiltrate Hydra to get to the heart of things. Because that's the only reason I could think of Fury being legit mad. Like,
yeah, he wants to be mad for for nobody.
Right. Basically, Iron Man ends up agreeing with him. In the long run.
I'll be thinking, are you in on it too, Iron Man?
No, he's not. But I think Iron Man's trying to keep the team focused.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bad guys.
Because bad guys.
Got to get bad guys.
Right. Because, gotta go back to the first episode, bad guys ran out. They're still on the bout.
So that's where Iron Man was agreeing with Fury. He's like, hey, we need to worry about what we're supposed to be worrying about. Yeah. Let them deal with the little government issues that, government's fighting secret agencies and shit. Like, that's not our thing. Right.
We're trying to get back. Well, that's fine. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But Hawkeye pretty much is like, hey, I'm going to find him on my own then. Stay out of my way. But as he walks out the room, Cap and Panther follow him.
Yeah.
And they say that they want to join him.
Yeah.
At which point, ladies and gentlemen, Mockingbird shows up.
Giggity.
Bobby Morose herself.
Comes up funny.
Comes up and offers her help.
Yeah.
Cap says it's a bad idea. Hawkeye says, all right, you can come along.
Because Hawkeye's a damn savage. Hawkeye's a savage, bro.
Let's just say, in an animated fashion, she is definitely eye candy.
Right.
They have put her in the skimpiest outfit you could think of for an animated show for kids.
The first thing you see is Hawkeye just
it's not quite Starfire revealing.
No. But
it's close.
It's close.
It's close.
He went, okay. He couldn't even help it.
At that point, Panther jokes about knowing what Clint's weakness is. Women.
Dude, why would... He's so stupid.
Blondes, specifically.
It is...
and then on the plane, the three Avengers actually reveal that they know that Mockingbird was sent to them by Fury to basically keep tabs and throw them off course.
Right.
But they go ahead and offer her a chance to actually help. She accepts.
Right.
She's like, fuck it. I'm already here.
Right.
We see Hawkeye and Bobby beat the hell out of Hydra.
Oh, yeah. They were just, two woman army. Bro, let's go.
Reaper actually has a funny moment here when they charge in to fight.
Yeah, he said, how many... so desperate to end their life.
I've never seen someone so desperate to end their life.
That's funny. I'm sorry. I giggled on that one because I
laughed.
Right, because he kept every time he kept coming, I'm like, dang, bro.
Hawkeye and Bobby, quote unquote, get captured.
Right.
And then we see Cap and Panther follow behind, saying they're in. So this kind of reveals they were supposed to get captured.
Right.
Bobby is flirting with the Hydra guards and almost convinces them
it's a little too tight.
to let her go.
Like, you know what? Listen here, you need to stop using your... And then Hawkeye is like, okay. Because I'm not a woman, I can't do that.
They almost let her out of the restraint when Reaper...
They were that close.
Yeah, Reaper comes in and he's
like...
like,
don't do that.
He's like, nah.
Bro, he came in with like some serious shit, bro.
He activates the cloaking mechanism and then Cap and Panther lose their signal on him. So apparently the cloak actually cloaks their signal.
Right, that was crazy. And then it was like, oh, we lost our signal. I'm like, guys, you're supposed to be keeping track of that shit, man. That was your duty.
So Viper and Widow are in the middle of meeting with Baron.
That was cool. We saw Viper. That was cool. That was cool.
Baron von Strucker. When Reaper comes in with Hawkeye and Bobby. Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm going to call her Bobby and not Mockingbird because I watched enough Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that she will always be Bobby to me and not Bobby. Mockingbird.
Right. No, it's Bobby. Mm.
So Strucker almost kills Hawkeye.
And I thought I'm like, Black Widow, you just gonna let this pop off like that?
Right.
Damn.
And then Viper's like, yo, we can use him as a bargaining chip. I wouldn't.
And I'm like, Viper, are you in on this? Everybody seems to be in on something.
Viper,
what's your goal?
We'll get back to Viper.
Yeah, I know we will. But I'm like, what's your goal in this, bitch?
Back to Viper.
Because Black Widow just stood there, just like, No emotion. I thought maybe like charge, not just motionless.
Right.
Damn. Okay.
They're sent to their dungeons.
Yeah.
Iron Man is not pleased about
He was pissed
them losing
to Avengers the Shield agent.
They're not. Iron Man A is not happy that they're helping
help
Hawkeye, but he's also pissed off that they've lost Hawkeye and Bobby.
Because he said y'all should have let it go, and then this happened.
That conversation pretty much goes nowhere after that.
Right.
Widow ends up going to Clint's cell, and then Hawkeye pretty much tells her, "You're dead to me."
I'm shocked they said this in a kids show. Goddamn! Wow, you are dead to me, and I will get you.
It's a deep line.
Yeah, that's very deep. And her
she looked hurt.
Yeah, she looked hurt. Damn.
She
stood back a little bit, like damn. What?
And again, I think she's working for Shield, and she wants to tell him.
Right.
But she can't because it's going to possibly blow her cover because he's got to actually look like he hates her.
Right. Because if she saw a sign of weakness, well, not weakness, but signs that, I'm not working for Hydra, it's all foo-foo, whatever, then it's like, wow.
Then he's not going to be worried about her anymore.
Right.
And he has to stay worried because it has to look real.
It has to look real.
Hawkeye then just magically gets free.
Because plot.
Right.
He's like, oh, you're free. Even Bobby's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
He frees Bobby, and then we see one of MODOK's scientists telling MODOK,
right,
hey, this cube might actually work.
Yeah.
He then calls for a meeting with Hydra, and then we go back to Hawkeye signaling Panther and Cap, so that he finally got the...
Right, he says unknown distress call, but on the Avengers line. I'm like, that's not plot armor. I'm sorry, no. No, it's cool.
It's not plot armor.
It's not. No, it's not.
He tries to literally say everything is plot armor. Like everything's got to be overly creative.
But that's just how I think, man. Why can't it be overly this? No, it's got to be like.
It's a kids show. We'll bitch about stupid kids show things in the last episode of this.
I know we are. We are definitely.
I'm gonna bitch hard.
Oh Lord.
Anyways. So Hawkeye and Bobby end up whooping Hydra's ass, and then they get surrounded by a bunch of Hydra, which is funny because he's like, "Hey, you take this person."
Right, he really had to think about
He's like, "I'll take everyone else."
Right. He's like, "I'll take Reaper. You take the
120,
140, whatever." Yeah. And I'm like, "What?"
It was ridiculous.
Wait, what type of fight are we about to do? You only got 9 arrows, bro.
So Hawkeye and Reaper start to fight.
Right.
As Hawkeye starts to partially retreat, after somebody threw a grenade at him, he threw it back.
I think it was Viper that threw it. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Cap and Panther end up joining the fight. They crash in through this roof of whatever building they're in.
Right into it.
Strucker signals the self-destruct sequence.
Right.
Viper basically whoops Bobby's ass.
Yeah, because he was really getting ready to, which once again, children, he was getting ready to kill Black Widow, and you can see her eyes whoa, because it went right through her
You're always 5 seconds ahead. I'm still talking about Viper whooping Bobby's ass, and then you jump right into they don't even know what you're talking about.
I do this every time we do a podcast.
Every episode, at least once.
I try to not, and it's like, damn it, and I'm trying to connect with him. It's like, nope, it's not working. This is not connecting.
So then...
I'm going to let you just go.
No. It's okay for you. I want you to input.
No, I want to input.
You just input at the wrong times. So then, Hawkeye has a choice.
Right.
He can either shoot Black Widow, or he can shoot Viper.
Right.
And he chooses Viper.
Should have shot Black Widow. No, let me stop. And then that's when
she
freaks out. Though.
That's when she kind of has this look on her face like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I don't even remember where I was at now.
Oh God, because that's how it always happens. And then I throw him off.
You done threw me off.
Okay, so basically there, I think
all right.
He's escaping.
So Viper was Hawkeye saves her.
Right.
Hawkeye then catches up to Widow. They have this actually probably the best fight between the two I've seen so far.
Yeah, that was good.
Because it was actually a more even fight. It always seems like Clint's always edged her out.
Right.
And in this one, she actually has kind of edged him out in this fight.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
She actually ends up beating him.
Yeah, well, because she shut down his arms or something. What type of pressure point? What the hell?
Yeah, she was doing pressure point jabs with her fingers.
Neji from Naruto is that?
I was actually gonna go with
What you got?
what's his face? The actual karate dude that died a long time. Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee can do shit like that.
Yeah. Because he was
real people.
Neji is based off a real person.
Neji is trash. Naruto is trash. Most anime's trash. Y'all would probably hate me for that. I prefer the manga.
Yeah, he likes reading the manga a lot, which is fine. I see.
Reaper ends up getting his ass whooped by Cap and Panther at the same time.
Oh, well, that's just to
the point where Panther actually ends up like slicing up Reaper's sickle.
Yeah, cut it.
He's like cut it into 20, 30, 40 pieces. Like he just slashed through it and then it like separated.
And he just looked like, what the hell happened? Like, yo, your shit's fucked, bro.
Right? Bobby ends up following Viper because they're going into retreat. And then once Strucker gets back there, he starts to kill Hawkeye. Like, he picks him up and starts to steal his youth.
And once again, as Black Widow, I'm like, she's doing the same shit like she did at the beginning or midway into this episode. But she stops it. She finally stops it. I was like, damn, are you gonna let this happen?
She ends up shooting Strucker.
Right. Had to.
Which again, I still think she is. Like I said, I think she's working for Shield.
Right.
And I think she doesn't want Clint to die, but she needs him to know, like she needs him to think it's a
right. Now, I'm sorry, Blake, because he just said like I am truly sorry, Clint. Like, Jesus.
Right.
Hope it didn't blow her cover because they were the only ones in that room.
No.
Okay.
So she picks Strucker up, apologizes to Clint, walks off. Fury, out of fucking nowhere, picks up Mockingbird because he was just there.
Can I say plot armor? Hold on, let me go. So I was like, yeah! Hey, we're like, yeah, plot armor, guys. There it is. Like, where were you?
They end up over and above all destroying this stupid island. Fury gets
this island was...
It's like Hydra Island.
He said Hydra Island is going down or something. Like, what?
Fury's super pissed at them. Basically says there will be no Avengers if they interfere again. Which, again, I don't think S.H.I.E.L.D. can stop the Avengers.
No, they're Avengers. They're their own group.
I just don't think they've got the weaponry right now, too, in this show.
No, they don't. It's not right now.
Hawkeye thanks Cap and Panther for having his back.
Yeah.
And then we see... So right before this happens, we see Black Widow talking with Strucker.
Right.
And he asks her what happens, and she said that, I believe, if I remember correctly, she said Black Panther came in.
Yeah, it was... She had to make up like some generic story on the spot.
Hit him from behind.
He was like...
So she picked him up real quick and took off. Yeah. And he's just like, all right.
He's like, I believe you. I'm like, just like what Falcon said, just like that?
Right.
You were the only one in the room? Okay, whatever.
At which point, MODOK shows up.
Yep.
Basically saying that it drops off a huge buttload of cash.
Yeah.
And basically says the Cosmic Cube was a failure.
Yeah.
And Strucker can tell that he's lying.
Yeah, he's lying. He can see the finger behind him. If he could do it on his big fat head, he'd be like, haha, yeah.
Right.
I'm lying, bro.
And then we see Bobby and Fury with Viper. However,
right,
because they captured Viper. However, Viper is not Viper.
Right.
Viper is a Skrull.
It's a Skrull. Right.
So we're getting into the secret invasion slowly but surely.
Man, we're getting to that Kree war.
This is kind of setting up the next episode.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's setting up the next 3 episodes, which I think are setting up for the season
finale.
Yeah,
you just know something big is just like on its way. Like,
and that was the end of that episode. I gave that episode an 8 out of 10.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8. I gotta write it down later. Oh wait, I can write it down now.
Yeah.
So Ralph.
Yeah, I gave it an 8. Just cause Hawkeye.
Let
me stop. It's just Hawkeye. That's it, man.
It was a pretty decent episode. Again, not the best. Definitely not the worst.
No.
In fact, I'm pretty sure we're coming up on the worst episode I've seen. No. The first Black Panther episode was still the worst one.
Yeah, no. That was like that was cancer. Like I felt that. I was like, what am I looking at here?
Solid episode. So, then we move on to episode 17. Episode 17 is called The Man Who Stole Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kang has arrived.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror has arrived, undetected.
Right. Yeah, he's undetected too. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, he just showed up.
And then we go back into seeing Tony and Cap talking. Tony's explaining to Cap what a futurist is. Cap tells Tony he's going to train him. This is a funny moment, by the way, coming up.
This is an ass.
Hulk and Hawkeye show up to watch.
I will watch
watch this training session.
I was gonna say train wreck, but yeah, training session, sure, yeah.
And Tony basically gets his ass whooped. It's basically Captain America dressed up as a civilian, versus Tony Stark without
Might as well.
Whatever. Tony Stark without his armor on. He's trying to teach Tony how to fight.
He was like, I know how to fight. No, you do not, bro.
And instead, Iron Man gets his ass whooped.
Right.
And Tony got whooped
badly. He's like, you hear him you hear the noise.
The whole time he's getting his ass whooped, Hulk and Hawkeye are cracking the fuck up.
Cracking up. They say, I came for the train wreck. Let's go. I'm like, okay. Because Iron Man can't fight. You cannot fight. You got technology, but you cannot fight. Tony
gets pissed and is like, dude, I have armor to beat people.
I mean, yeah, sure.
So then we see Thor, Pym, and Wasp taking a villain who I have no clue.
I think it's Blizzard. I think that was his name.
Sure.
And Blizzard's like, I am truly sorry.
But they take him to what is called number 42, which is a gateway to a prison in the negative zone.
Yo, and that was interesting. I like that.
Now I've known about this prison for a long time.
Yeah, you told me
because
about
it's
this,
it's in the comics.
Right, the negative zone.
But I done lost where I was at again. Oh, so they take him into this zone, and there's some talking that happens that's not really relative.
Yeah, none of it's. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's just saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's
like, he don't want to go through there.
He doesn't want to be in this prison. We come back to that as well.
Yeah,
because it goes back to a talk between Cap and Iron Man.
And
they're kind of going back and forth verbally, and this time they're actually dressed up in their uniforms because Iron Man just stepped back into his suit.
Right.
Cap's got his outfit back on.
Right.
Kang shows up.
Like out of nowhere.
Boom. Just shows up. He introduces himself. He says he's
my
here.
name's O. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He says Jay-Z, my name is O.
He says he's here to kill Cap.
Yep, that's it.
And then he destroys the defense system that starts firing at him. Tony gets pissed. Cap tries to sneak attack. It does not work.
Oh no. All these things were like failing. Everything they did just.
It then goes back to Pym and them in the prison area in the negative zone.
Talk about them Ultrons.
And basically talking about the Ultrons, which is another thing we're building up to.
Oh dear. And then Watt's like, that's a lot of Ultrons. Like, no shit.
Right.
Fuck, man. No kidding.
But he says they're basically there to keep the prisoners in line, and then they get their call to come back.
Sure. That they look. I ain't gonna lie. The Ultron design looks creepy as hell. Actually,
it does.
Yeah,
it does.
It looks. Hey, let me help you. That thing, I will blast that. I will blast that thing. Was in real life, bro. Fuck all that. Leave me alone.
We see that Iron Man can't scan Kang.
Nope.
And Kang explains that he has come back to eliminate Cap in order to save the world.
Right.
This is when Hulk, Hawkeye, and Panther show up, as well as Pym, I believe.
Yes.
Or no, Pym and Thor.
Not yet.
Pym, Thor,
they haven't got the call yet. Yeah. Or not yet. Yeah.
Hulk breaks through Kang's force field.
Because he's just Hulk.
Holds him against the wall. Kang explains further that his time's erased because of an anomaly. That anomaly is Captain America. Upon getting free, he's in the process of getting ready to kill Cap when Wasp, Thor, and Pym show up.
Right, they came right behind him.
Kang takes them to his time so they can see the destruction.
Which that was interesting.
And Kang explains that this is New York 10 years from now.
10 years.
He says it's a wasteland, and he explains that there's a war going on between the Kree and the Skrulls that caused this.
We're going right back to that episode.
And that Cap is the reason it happens.
You know, man, dude.
Kang says he plans on conquering their world to prepare for the war. Cap then says he will stand down.
Right, because he was ready to just die.
Basically leave it up to Iron Man.
Right,
and Iron Man's actually kind of agrees for a second, but then he's like...
He's a jerk.
But he's a jerk. Avengers assemble. So they attack.
I love it, bro. That's something that Tony... You know what? He's an asshole. Avengers assemble. Let's go do this.
So they get into this fight that kind of goes back and forth a little bit. And then Kang decides he's going to leave them in the future and just go back into time to finish conquering the world.
Oh my god.
When all of a sudden he starts being covered.
Yeah.
And it turns out Ant-Man, at least in this show, can also control any other insects.
Yeah, cockroaches.
Because he covered Kang in cockroaches, keeping him from being able to leave.
And dang, I guess he said they can survive it. I'm going to look that up.
Cockroaches can.
Wow.
They can actually survive nuclear explosions.
So damn. All right. Well, yeah, because he got engulfed. Like, Jesus Christ.
Cap tells Iron Man to get to the chair.
Yep, that was the mission. Get to the chair, get us back, because Jesus, wow.
The Avengers go into full assault as Iron Man tries to figure the chair out, which Iron Man is struggling with at first. Kang sees Tony and gets pissed that he's sitting in his chair.
Yeah, he just didn't like him in the chair. My chair.
At which point Iron Man connects to the chair.
Yeah,
Said there's like a back door that because some of Kang's tech actually uses some of Stark's old tech.
But that's interesting to look at. Sure, I mean that could work, I guess.
Iron Man connects to the chair, sends everyone back to the normal timeline. Like Iron Man is now in full control of the chair, and they end up defeating Kang. He retreats.
Yep.
When he gets back on the ship, he says it's time to show the 21st century how he earned the Conqueror title, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these thousands of what we eventually are known to be called scarabs. But at the time they just look like a bunch of UFOs. Or no, they're not the scarabs. The scarabs are what they shoot out.
Yeah, what they shoot out. These are like
they're basically UFOs.
UFO, like flying saucers, but they're just shooting out scarabs.
But there's like hundreds of them all over the screen that slowly pop up.
Now, are scarabs, I mean, they are in the comic. I mean, I'm assuming they are in.
I would assume so.
Okay. I just get on that one.
Here's going to be something that worries me about the MCU. We all know Kang's coming. We already know our confirmed 100% Kang is going to be. I
think they got the actor too who's playing him.
Kang is going to be in Loki.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be in Loki. Because you got to introduce him somehow. Yeah.
I'm worried we're going to have yet another
Thanos
battle with a mass amount of enemies that all look the same. You look at the Chitauri.
Yeah.
You look at the Ultrons.
And then the little aliens that they threw out in Infinity War.
Right, and now we're going to see all these robot scarab things.
Dear.
And it's
know that's where they're going with, too. They're going to... I mean, it's going to look cool at first, then it's going to get repetitive, though. It's like, oh...
Right.
Let's take more down. Like, what, these putties from Power Rangers? Like, how many are we going to take down?
I gave this episode a 7.
I gave it an 8.
This is the lowest I give an episode. Actually, it's tied for the lowest I give an episode this conversation.
Right. I gave it an 8, though. It wasn't that bad. I mean, like I said, it was okay for what it was worth.
I think...
It was lackluster, though.
I think the reason I gave this specific episode a 7 is, again, thinking about MCU Kang. How boring he's going to be if he's anything like he was in this episode.
If he's like that, yeah.
Because literally, the entirety of Kang is put up a force field to block your fire. Let me shoot a couple times.
Right.
Force field again. Couple fires. Force field.
And then evil monologue. You can't beat me. I am Kang. I'm here to go fight you. I'm like, so you're not gonna?
He's so boring.
I will stop that. Stop the shield. I'll throw it back at you. Oh God, you are just OP as fuck, bro. You know why not beat your ass?
And then if you go to punch him, he can completely disappear and reappear over here.
Yeah,
and
he's like a ninja.
Come on,
he's a ninja now. Can't even touch him. Can't even touch him.
But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, things get better.
No, yeah.
This is a first part in a trilogy of Kang-based episodes.
Dang.
And episode 18 is called "Come the Conqueror."
Yeah, this is.
Wow. We open this with UFOs coming to Earth. And shooting off what I thought were bombs at first, because when they landed, they were exploding.
Bro, yeah, they were. I was like, what's happening?
People were running, dying.
Yeah.
They were dying off screen. I mean, they're not going to show body parts and people.
No.
But people are definitely dying.
Right, because there's just mindless robots coming down.
Upon landing, these bombs turn into robots, which we know eventually are called scarabs.
Scarabs, yep.
S.H.I.E.L.D. starts to fight back. They get involved. And Fury's like, get me the Avengers.
Right, because the helicarrier was just getting destroyed.
Wrecked.
And he said,
it's like, I just got this thing working.
Got this damn thing working.
That's what the rest of New York feels like, Fury. Every time somebody comes and destroys the city.
Like, I just built my pizza stand, and now it's gone. Again. Thank you, Fury.
Panther notices that due to the Egyptian style, they're probably Kangs.
Yep.
Which I don't know how he related the Egyptian style with Kang.
Whoa, that was weird.
Because not once have they ever said any other time that he's got an Egyptian background.
Fuck it, that's plot.
He's just like, yeah, with the Egyptian nature.
As he's busting right through one, they got artifacts, and I'm like, they got like architect, and I'm like how? Nobody ever questioned it either. They just, that's cool. What?
Right.
Nobody ain't gonna question the fact that he said that shit.
So they destroy a bunch of these fucking things.
Yeah, I mean, and they just keep coming.
Kang sends in more.
It's like a wave, man.
And then Tony analyzes the scarab, and he realizes that it is indeed Kang's, because at least that one made sense.
Yeah, that one makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. There are other random, wonderful moments in this entire thing that eventually they're cool, but it's like, why? We'll get there.
It's like, why?
Then all of a sudden, all the scarabs that had gotten downed,
they're
self-repair.
Self-repair.
What type of back to ground zero?
What type of bullshit, man?
Wasp arrives with the Quinjet, which she had to leave because her little blasters weren't doing anything, so she went and got the Quinjet, whose blasters were at least doing something.
Because she said, my shit ain't working. Poor Wasp.
She needs to stick to fighting pudding monsters.
And getting hopefully not blown up by a bomb with a shield.
But she starts taking more scarabs out. Fury tells them that Kang isn't just doing this in New York, he's invading the entire planet.
Entire planet.
Here's one of those random moments. We then see Black Knight fighting wherever the fuck he's at. Ladies and gentlemen.
Black Knight.
He's just, like, he smacks something, it dies, he raises his sword on his flying horse, and then that's the only time you've seen him.
This is how you said in whatever fucking location.
He might have been in Paris, I don't know.
He could have been. He could have been in Wakanda. He just could have been anywhere.
He was definitely not in Wakanda.
You know? They probably would have got his ass. Like, what is that thing? Take it out.
Who's the white guy on the flying horse? Shoot him down.
Shoot him down. We already shot one thing down that was didn't want to come through.
But I'm the Black Knight.
I'm the Black Knight.
That's a bad joke.
That is so bad.
I'm so leaving that in.
That's so random though, because he just sliced. Yeah. What the fuck?
He's just
it was
random.
I didn't like watching the gig. I'm like, what? Because it was like a quick time. Like, all right, gone. Next thing. What? Why did that even?
It's actually during while Fury's giving his speech and he's attacking all over the planet. I'm like, and I was excited because like at first I'm like, okay, so they're gonna show other heroes from other places doing things. No, just the Black Knight. Thank you, Avengers show.
You show us all
random, pointless.
You show us Bobby and everything else, but you can't show other Avengers. Like there's other Avengers, or other superheroes on Earth, man. That can do shit.
They go back to the Avengers who
Spider-Man. Give me Spider-Man.
Right.
3 seconds of Spider-Man. That's it. You show me 20 seconds of Black Knight. What the fuck? Man?
It wasn't even 20 seconds. It was like 5. Come on.
Yeah, it was like a flash.
So we go to the Avengers who have retreated. Cap's urging Panther to go to Wakanda to help him.
And Tony's
like, no, wait a minute. You know what?
Because they all looked at him like, damn, Tony, you heartless. Yes.
He's
fucking heartless as a bitch.
And then he's like, you're right. Take the Quinjet.
You know,
we'll come help you when we can.
I don't have a heart. I have a reactor, bitch.
If I only had a heart.
Right. Do you have a heart? No. I'm Iron Man. Do you know who I am? He said, you can't just leave.
So then he dips, and the Cap and the rest of the Avengers, except for Tony, decide they're going to go out and continue fighting. Yeah. Tony stays in the hideout to try to find Kang.
Right.
A group of these fucking scarabs end up combining to turn into a bigger scarab, like I'm watching an evil Power Ranger episode.
Make my monster grow.
It wasn't even a make my monster grow thing, dude. It's like the droid, the fucking, not the droids, the fuck.
What is it?
Like the Mastodon Pterodactyl.
Oh yeah,
it's becoming the big
Megazord.
It's becoming the Megazord. That's what I was thinking of. All the little Zords have now connected into one
was
giant.
The theme song.
Now, go ugly creatures. And what makes this even worse is it doesn't even change their look, really.
No,
it just looks like a bunch of them stacked on top of each other.
They didn't even form nothing. They just became like a stack of...
It ended up turning into one of those worm creatures from the Mario Brother games.
Oh, God. It was just all bad. And once again, why?
But to be fair, once they combined, they started beating the shit.
No, they became a threat. No, I'm not saying like, no, they look retarded, but no, they became a threat.
Out of Hulk and Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye runs out of arrows. It's just, it's like a GG, bro.
Cap, Thor, and Pym show up to help.
Right, what?
They all work together. They eventually destroy it.
Right, eventually.
They realize they also need help.
Right.
So Wasp is like, hey, I've got an idea.
Please don't.
So they go get the Ultrons. They go into the door 42 or whatever it's called.
The negative zone.
But they go into the negative zone. They basically replace or he does something in one of the Ultrons,
Yeah.
which gives it the ability to attack.
Right. That's
And of course, it spreads through all of them.
Right. And then, like, their eyes turn red.
And they go from glowing blue to glowing red.
That was kind of creepy. Once again, kind of creepy, my guy.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They're also setting up for,
Something.
the Age of Ultron.
Just something. Just a little something. Just throwing it out there, Hank Pym.
So then all of a sudden we see Thor basically getting gangbanged. And then...
Yeah, he was. Poor Thor. How you got all these muscles and power? You get beat the fuck up.
Thor
and Wasp
are the punching bags of this entire series.
Oh my god!
They are so vastly different because you look at Wasp. She looks like a weaker character. It at least makes sense when she gets clapped, literally. Okay.
I got an idea. Please don't get me out.
But then you've got the vast opposite
he's
end,
like
which you've got Thor.
Looks like he bench presses everything.
He gets his ass
everybody
whooped by everyone.
Everybody. Bifrost, Loki, Enchantress, everybody. Baron Zemo. Goddamn. Jesus, bro. It's like really an onslaught hit after hit, man. It's not really...
So basically, the Ultrons show up and start cleaning house.
Yeah, literally.
They save Hulk, destroy a bunch of other enemies. Pym and Wasp end up approaching a spaceship with the Quinjet. Yeah. As it's destroyed, they fly out and then fly into the UFO. They knock the dude out that's flying it. What's his face? Pym says something along the lines of, "We don't know what it is that controls their time sequence." She goes, "I'm just going to blast it." She blasts the control panel.
See, Wasp does some interesting shit. Even though she gets her ass beat. Maybe if it's like just an object, she can do it. But if it's like anything else, no.
She blasts it, and basically what happens is it kills the anchor that's holding them into this time, and kicks them back to their own time.
Man, it did something.
Which is cool, although realistically they should have went with it.
Right, yeah, they should have.
Because they were in the ship. But instead the ship disappears around them.
What the...
The only thing I could think of in any way that this makes sense is the idea that since it's from another time, it would be pulled while they stayed. Which is the only way I can logically make it stick, which I'm sure is what they're going for.
Yeah.
But I promise you 10-year-olds are not thinking that deep.
No, they're thinking like, what? I mean, sure.
They're honestly probably not thinking about anything. They're just like, oh,
yeah, Wasp is my favorite character. Go home. Wasp is your favorite character? No, it's funny.
So
once again, why?
after this works, everyone else starts attacking the UFOs and making them all disappear. Like you see Hulk jump up into one, you see Thor
Hulk smash,
fly
boom.
into one.
Right. They all do their.
Iron Man blasts his way into one.
Yeah, Iron Man got out of his little cave and decided to.
I'm pretty sure the monkey that's in jail like wiggled his head a little bit and got into one.
And then the monkey from MODOK wiggled his. Let me see.
That's the same monkey.
I know the same monkey, but I'm like, let's get both of them
with the big dong.
So we got that monkey and we got both of them, same people but different ones. Yep. They get Whirlwind because Whirlwind is fucking awesome. No.
So then once they clear New York, they're like, but they're everywhere.
Right. They're not just
And that's when Iron Man's like, Iron Man finally, is like, I think I know where Kang's at. He had like an epiphany. Instead of scanning Earth, he actually went into space, which is where you're supposed to start.
Oh, you should have started there.
Why would you start on Earth?
You would have cut 20
Somebody
minutes.
like Kang is not going to kick it on Earth. Come on, man.
That would at least would have squashed like 10 minutes of the show. They got to make it seem like they got to stretch it out somehow, man.
Like Iron Man at one point almost has like this like temper tantrum.
He's like, I don't know where he's at. I don't know. I'm like, oh my god.
And then that's when his epiphany happens. He flies out to space. He sees the ship, and he's like, Avengers, I found him.
And I like,
and that's how the episode ended.
Shot by Kang. He should have got shot right there.
And I'm telling you now, I gave this episode a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 9.
I would have given it a 10 out of 10.
But there was some bullshit.
But the whiny Tony Stark moment.
And Black Knight. No, let me stop.
And then the random Black Knight showing for no fucking reason.
9 out of 10 for me because Black Knight.
He's not even in New York. We don't know where. He's probably in England helping with those UFOs.
He just appeared. And Nick Fury could have been like, well, we got Black Knight on the Nick Fury could have said something. No, Nick Fury just...
You said you gave it a 9?
Yeah, I gave it a 9 also.
Alright. What did you give the last one? The Man Who Stole Tomorrow?
Oh, I gave that an 8.
Okay.
This was... And they probably think like
it was a good episode though.
They probably think we're just bagging on all these. No, but no. Overall, it was a good episode. It's just there was some, like you said, why there was just some why moments,
Stupid moments.
Just some why moments. Like what is this, man?
All right, so then we go into episode 19. This is called the Kang Dynasty.
Now
this is the end of the trilogy.
This is the end of the trilogy. Yeah.
The episode opens up with all the adventures in these new cool space uniforms that I actually hope Wasp keeps hers because it makes her stronger. But we know she won't.
Nope. Somehow she's gonna lose that shit. She's gonna mutate.
And they do this like weird slow-mo walk into their ship with the like rock and roll music playing.
like what is it?
And I'm just like, yeah. Like, I was actually worried at this moment because I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was hyped. So here we go. This is where this shit gets real shittier.
You see, rock music goes, and he's excited, and I'm just like, oh, here we go.
This is. I feel like it's like he puts his head down like this.
So the slow walk with rock music is the equivalent to me of every action movie's commercial having that womp sound. No, the womp sound.
The wonk sound. Yeah.
No, people stop.
Yeah. He was, and if they were going to continue that, like, here we go. This is about to be like a 5 out of 10. Here we go. I was ready for it.
So then Kang locks onto Earth.
Obviously.
We see the Avengers taking off towards space in their little spaceship as Kang. And then Kang is like locking onto the Avengers. Like, I thought originally when I first watched it, it was the beam shooting at Earth, but it was actually the tracker. So it was like the three. It was trying to pinpoint where they were going to beat a fire at them.
And Hank is like having an epiphany moment too. He's like, "They're just healing life." I'm like, Hank, shut up. Just like you don't care.
Thor rushes out.
Thor is just being stupid.
Thor.
What are you doing? Nay. What?
The punching bag
for Midgar. I feel like when he says for Midgar, he's about to die. This shit's about to be bad.
So Kang fires. Thor attacks the beam.
For Midgar.
He doesn't even block the beam. He fights the beam. Bouncing it back to Kang's ship, which actually takes the weapon system down.
It does work.
It also takes Thor down.
Yeah, because he's an idiot. He said, fuck it. I'm about to go in there with my muscles and get beat the fuck up.
Ultrons catch him.
Ultrons catch him.
Kang then sends a bunch of Scarabs after the Quinjet. Iron Man and Wasp get off their ship. They start fighting the Scarabs. As the Avengers approach, they send Hulk to knock on the airlock door. Knock. They actually said knock. They're like, knock on the door.
He said, yeah, my turn.
Wasp and Iron Man end up getting locked out after the others get in because they're too busy fighting and they can't get back in time before the little shield comes back up.
What is this?
As the Avengers are inside the Damocles, as it's called.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wow.
That is Kang's ship name. They start looking for Kang. Right. And they are attacked by what I'm guessing is Kang's guards, who, by the way, are far more entertaining to watch than Kang himself.
Right.
Because they were whooping their ass.
All you see is like a speech. I said, they got the Flash in this bitch, too. What the hell, bro? Like, they literally couldn't catch him. He was gone. He was like a whisper in the wind.
But, of course, because Hawkeye is the best member of the Avengers.
Yeah, at least he's not the punching bag, bitch. Until he runs out of arrows.
Managed to trick them and gets the upper hand.
Trick them. Yeah.
And they all start to get the upper hand after... It was basically like he fired a dummy arrow, which distracted him.
Right.
Long enough to catch them all up because...
Hawkeye's awesome.
Hawkeye's Hawkeye.
Just... gotcha, bitch, gotcha, bitch, gotcha, bitch. Literally, gotcha, bitch.
Right. During this fight, Iron Man and Wasp find a way in. And then we just get this random thing that's like, hey...
oh, dear.
Panther has defeated all the ships in Wakanda. Thank you. Because unless he actually makes it up to this fight, we don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
We got other things going on.
Yeah, I don't know. What? Why? Let's say a plot. We're gonna say why. Like no one cares about. I'm sorry.
I mean, it
was cool.
At the end, if they wanted to talk about it in the end of the episode,
we're in the midway through the
cool. But we're in the middle of some fighing.
Right. This is like still the beginning of the episode.
At the very least, if you're gonna talk about it, go back to Wakanda and show me him going in and whooping some ass.
Whooping some ass. But then you just say, hey, guess what, bro? Black Panther,
we got him.
Black Panther did it, bro. We did it.
Got him.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the? No, what? He's launching beams. I'm just kidding. No, let me stop. He stopped the beam stuff. But yeah.
Wasp gets separated from Iron Man.
Like she should, because it's the Wasp.
And ends up finding Princess Ravonna.
Yep.
Or Queen Ravonna.
Which that's interesting, I guess. Sure.
The other Avengers end up finding the source of what are called the tachyon particles.
Yeah.
Which are what's controlling the whole time thing, I'm guessing. And they start taking out all the defenses, which it starts off as like tracking guns that are quickly taken out, and then all of a sudden little mini scarabs.
Right.
That are also a lot of them falling in and fighting.
Right. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Just as they're about to get, or Pym ends up getting knocked out, and after he gets knocked out, Kang shows up.
Kang said, "I'm here."
And ladies and gentlemen,
he said, "You want to deal with Kang? I'm here." Like, all right, fuck it.
Kang beats the fuck.
They got
out of them.
Yeah, I even wrote that down. Like Kang and he started beat up the group badly.
And this is not just shield blast,
blast. He's beating.
He forms these swords and is just going ham, whooping everybody's ass.
He's 1v4, 3.
He's actually fighting. It's not just the shield, stupid defense, shit from the first one.
I'm gonna that way. No, he's throwing everybody. He's
if we get this Kang in the MCU, I am fucking here for it.
Yeah,
because that is the one thing I liked about Thanos. Yes, he had an army, but he went out there and he fought physically beside them, even if he did end up dying,
right?
Or living, depending on which movie we're talking about.
Right. Hello. Right. I mean, yeah, like Kang. He even said it. His first word for he attack. You want Kang? You got me. And boom, he just went right into a fight. I'm like, oh, okay.
However,
we're respecting that.
Kang does the classic villainy thing to do, and he starts monologuing. At which point, Iron Man shows up, fires at him.
Monologue, bro.
And basically, what has happened in between episodes, so 5 minutes.
Right.
Iron Man has now mixed his tech with Kang's.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, actually, this is where I typed in Kang finally fights. This is where he comes in with all his crazy shit.
This is like the final form of Kang. Like, you okay?
And then he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, he still got ass beat. He got his ass beat. He put up a fight though. I gotta give it to him. Shit.
During this entire thing, Ultron is studying Kang's system and trying to hack in, which he eventually does. Yeah. And he just makes all the UFOs all over the world, all over this timeline, just gone, disappear,
just out.
Kang has officially been defeated.
Yeah.
Thor wakes up, and we see Reed Richards and Pym trying to find a way. That was
cool, and the little robot
to actually help Ravonna.
Yeah, because I remember looking at that in the comics. I looked up right after I said, yeah, he was one in the Fantastic Four as well. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
So it's cool to see Reed Richards.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Pym working together on something.
Because I mean, they're scientists. And that's just it. Well, he even said they helped make the negative zone. Like that's So that's cool.
Thor. Okay, we already read that.
Yeah.
We then see Ultron wake up in the background, and it's evil Ultron. So, like I said, we're getting ready for the build-up at some point.
Right. Not right now, because right now Ultron's like buying time.
To Age of Ultron.
Right.
And then we see they have Kang in a cell, and he reveals that Cap will betray them. I think Cap is a Skrull.
Okay, I was gonna say he's gonna betray him. I think it is.
There's going to be a version of Cap that replaces the regular Cap that is a Skrull.
Right, it's gonna be. That's what I said. Because I'm all in thinking that I didn't think the Skrull. I think he's gonna betray him.
And that's where I think Kang is fucking up. I don't think it's actually Cap that ever betrays them.
Right.
It's the Skrull.
Oh man, that's how that starts the war, man. Jesus fucking Christ, that is going. At least on Earth, like that's how that we start. Like we start this whole thing. This might be interesting. This might be a good story. I mean, it's still a good story, but it's going to elevate it because right now. We know it's something because
I still have it as the best Marvel series animated I've ever seen.
Yeah, the best. For me,
regardless of my love for the '90s, both Spider-Man and X-Men shows.
Oh, definitely.
Like those were always the highest on my list, but this is blowing that shit out the water, dude.
Yeah,
the intricate stories that they're telling. We'll praise it here in a minute. We got one more episode to cover. I gave that a 10 out of 10, by the way.
10 out of 10 for me as well, bro. Perfect. Yeah.
And before we finish off praising, let us take some time to shit on it.
Yeah, because
episode 20. The Casket of Ancient Winters.
This is going to be fun.
We start off with a group of men randomly searching the Antarctic.
Bunch of bullshit. Let me stop.
They find this gate in the middle of fucking nowhere. When one of them goes to touch it, his hand turns to ice.
He's like,
he's a cloaked guy.
Right.
When I find out who it is that was being frozen, I get really pissed off. We'll get back to that.
Oh, dear. Here we go.
They then kick in the gate.
They do win. Fucking kick. Boom.
And they find a bunch of frozen Vikings.
Yep. And I said, this is going to be a Thor episode. You just knew.
Pretty much.
This is going to be a Thor episode. Yeah, fucked up. You get this. Just knew. That's funny.
So.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
There's this chest or coffin or something Just sitting in the middle of this fucking room.
Some random shit.
This guy goes to open it, and as he creaks it open, he gets completely frozen.
Man, what's that Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade? Why are you opening something you're not supposed to be opening? You stupid fucker, bro. He went, yep.
The cloak guy pushes him aside, which he falls over and breaks.
Right, because why would you, what?
Reaches in and grabs the box, which we do eventually come to find out is the casket of Ancient Winters. We'll explain that here in a minute. So then we see Iron Man, Panther, and Thor are fighting Radioactive Man in Stark Tower, and they try to call Hawkeye. And this is one of the funniest moments, and honestly the only worthwhile moment of this, well, one of two worthwhile moments in this entire episode. They're kicking it on the roof.
Yeah.
It's Hawkeye, Wasp, and Hulk. Hulk's in the pool, and he's like hovering with his head over the water.
Like, yo, we need some drinks, some sunscreen. Like, I'm like, damn, they don't give a fuck right now.
And Hawkeye's like, what's the threat level? And the computer tells him it's like level 2, and he's like, they can handle it. And Iron Man is pissed.
Right, because this is gonna show he's not a good leader.
Well, the problem is they're also getting their ass whooped.
Yeah, they're getting it's all bad. And you got Thor, and Thor is just like irrational with everything. But yeah, okay.
So eventually, Thor throws Radioactive Man into the arc reactor. When Iron Man tries to overload the reactor, Thor ends up destroying the parts, so he can't overload the reactor because if he overloads the reactor, it's going to send all this radioactive waste into the ground. I get where Thor's coming from. Yeah. But like these two need to get off their horses.
That's hilarious. We'll get to that too.
It floods the area.
He's like, wait, no! Thundershock.
All of a sudden, we go back to the Arctic, and who do we see? None other than Enchantress and Executioner.
Oh, so much fun.
Also known as Scourge, by the way.
Scourge.
Walking up.
Yep.
And lo and behold, the main villain for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is Malekith. Which,
Malekith.
That in itself does not bother me.
Okay, it's Malekith. You don't like Malekith?
I actually like Malekith.
Okay.
I even like Thor Dark World version of Malekith.
Yeah, I like Thor Dark World version.
A lot of people hated that movie.
Which I don't know why.
I still love it.
Yeah, just like I like Iron Man 3.
They don't like it because Thor's not funny.
Yeah.
He's too serious.
He can't
How dare we have a serious Thor?
I am a man. No, let me stop.
A particular
man. I don't like your face. I'm like, that's how serious it was in that movie. Yeah.
So they're meeting up with Malekith, who was the cloaked guy, by the way.
Right.
They didn't tell you that until this part of the episode.
And his hand was already that color anyway. When he touched it, it turned like the ice. Like he already had the hand like that.
Well, he's a dark elf.
Well, he's dark elf.
And he's half alive, half dead.
Right.
And he travels.
So much fun. He's like walking magic.
He looks cool.
No, yeah, Malekith's design just
He decides he's going to use the casket to completely freeze Executioner where he stands.
Yeah, and he froze his shit.
And a cold front starts to cover the entire world. So he causes all these little storms to pop up all around the world.
Was it 100 degrees?
Right.
With down to like negative 40.
So then we see Tony and Thor arguing.
Yep. So
when all of a sudden the storm hits New York, and the world's covered in snow, all of a sudden these frost creatures start to show up.
Yeah.
And invade the area, and we see Hulk frozen in the pool because at this point, Wasp and Hawkeye decide they're going to go get dressed because it's cold, and all you see, and then as they pull away, he's frozen in the pool like this.
I thought he gave him a growl. I thought like, oh my god, they froze this boy. He's so shitty. This is why he betrays the Avengers. Let me stop.
Nah.
He's the one that does it because they're like, wow, y'all forgot this man was in the pool.
We come to find out that Odin had put the casket in Midgard, and made it to where you could only be dead to find it, which that's counterproductive.
Yeah, what? Sure.
Tony and Thor continue arguing. Panther finds out that the casket is in Norway because, okay. I'm not going to go into detail. We're just going to start it here because we will talk about at the end of the episode why this bothers me. Mm-hmm. So, they're arguing, guys.
Right.
Because Tony does not like Thor's magic because Thor's magic always causes magical beasts and things and stupid shit to happen.
Right. Well, yeah.
But then Thor doesn't like Tony because Tony's science causes bad things to happen and then they have to fight those. Fuck-ups. They're both basically, so we'll get back to that. That's their argument, by the way.
Black Panther is like, Black Panther...
Not yet. You're trying to jump ahead.
I won't do it this time.
I will launch this mic at you.
Just like, motherfucker.
Shit. So they continue arguing about their little thing. Panther finds where the casket's at. He's like, it's in Norway.
Right. How the hell, maybe I missed it, but how did he was able to
He was reading.
Okay, I'm like, bro.
He was basically. What did he call it? Because he actually had a term for it, and I don't remember what it's called.
And like, we can.
But he was seeing where things were crazy happening started at.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. He's like, it's in Norway. I'm like, how?
So then we see Cap fighting the ice creatures when the Fantastic Four show up. Well,
yeah.
At least 2 of them.
That's cool.
There might have been 3, but you can't ever see Invisible Woman anyways.
Right. She got punted like with Wasp. Now let me. They both got punted.
Now this is a moment that's really cool. Basically the 2 that we see that have entered the fight. It starts off with Human Torch saying like, "You owe me one," or whatever it is that he writes in the sky.
Right. He does like the little thing.
He writes in the sky, and at first I didn't know it was Human Torch because they made him really tiny.
Right.
And you just seen the name being written, and I actually thought maybe it might have been like Iron Man.
Yeah, I thought it was Iron Man. Right.
Because again, they had him so small you can't tell he's on fire.
Right. Yeah. It's like a little small dot. Like,
right.
What the hell?
But then they zoom in, all fire, and I'm like, Human Torch.
He's not Black Knight. That's what's up.
And then all of a sudden, well, these guys make sense too. They're in New York.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you hear, "It's clobbering time!" And I'm like, here's my favorite Fantastic Four member.
There it is. The Thing. That's what's
Thing
up.
jumps in, smashes a couple of these ice creatures.
And I like it though, because at first I was a little upset. I was like, we got a picture, and I'm like, we actually we see them all. Well, last episode Reed, and then we get the Flaming Torch and things. So I'm happy that they're doing something.
Maybe we'll see Sue one day.
One day. Do something soon. No, let me see.
Hulk then seems to have broken out of his little ice cage.
Yeah, he was in there for about 20 minutes. Well, for as time as the show.
He comes down mad and starts fucking people up, as he should.
He's like, "You left me in the pool. You left me in the pool."
As Iron Man and Thor continue arguing,
once again,
they get this is on the plane ride to Malekith.
Like, what the fuck?
They get to Malekith and see that even Enchantress has also been frozen, which they did not show her get frozen. But now we're seeing her frozen.
Right. It's like off-screen frozen.
Right. I just think they need to let it go.
Let it go. Else stop
Disney.
freezing people. Damn it.
So Enchantress has been frozen. Malekith's plan, basically, because, all villains must reveal their plan. His plan is to have Earth ruled by the Dark Elves. And at this point, Thor gets frozen completely.
Yeah. Damn, Thor. That's like his 10th L of this whole damn series.
20th. There's been 20 episodes.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
He gets 1 L per episode. Even episodes he's not in. If he's not in it, it's not automatic L because you're not in it.
Right. That's a mega L, bro, because you're not
You must be knocked out.
Right. And then when you say and you always go for Midgard. When you hear for Midgard, just know his ass is about to get light up like a Christmas tree. For Midgard dropped. Or
so
frozen,
then,
I guess.
So then Tony and Panther end up getting attacked by some dogs.
I don't even what the.
And then the ice demons that everyone else is fighting have now turned into actual smoky demons.
I'm sorry.
And are now beating the hell out of all the other Avengers.
When I was laughing, bro, Lee looked at me like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "Bro, they just turned."
I was like, the ice demons just turned into demons.
They turned into demons. And they're like, "We can't hit them." No shit, there's smoke. God, you can't beat smoke, bro. They were trying. Hawkeye, you are literally running out of arrows now, Hawkeye.
We then go back to Iron Man
still...
freeing Thor.
Yeah, freeing Thor.
And then it goes back to Hulk and Pym being frozen.
No shit, man.
In the other fight.
This whole fucking...
This...
Jesus Christ, man.
So, Iron Man and Thor have a conversation.
Again. For like the 50th time.
Where they continue to bitch about each other's science and magic.
In the midst of the fight. What the fuck?
At which point, Panther finally
he just gets
chimes
irritated. I thought he just got irritated.
And he's like, in my land, magic and science work together.
Because he was knocked out. Yo, it's like the last thing he did before he ended here and go, oh.
So then Iron Man is like, yo, let's work together on this.
Let's do the power of teamwork.
He's like, my armor weakens him.
Right.
He's like, when I give you the cue, fire at me.
Fire at me. Yeah.
He goes in, he grabs a hold of Malekith, and once Malekith starts to do this weird transform-like thing,
right. He's like, ah!
Thor shocks him.
Right, he shocks his ass.
They defeat Malekith.
In my country,
Thor closes the casket of cold.
Sure.
And it frees the world of its Arctic hold.
Oh God.
Iron Man and Thor are best friends now.
Nothing but my best friend.
Out of nowhere, Enchantress wraps them up in her little spell.
Yeah, did we not? This is some bull. Did we forget that
while they're distracted?
What the fuck? They've been distracted this whole episode. Everybody was like, they were distracted.
She takes the casket. Thor looks at her and is like, Enchantress, what are you doing? And she's like, don't worry, it'll all be over soon.
My love.
She did not say my love. But I thought she was going to.
I
thought she was going to mouth rape his face.
That would have got a 10. Like, oh my God.
I might have given it a 10.
This would have been the best excitement throughout this whole episode. Oh shit. Watch out.
Then
she's a man eater.
She takes the casket, her and Scourge dip.
Yeah, literally. And then you see Thor.
And then this is the best part, I'm telling you guys, of the entire episode.
Yeah,
Thor decides he's going to return home because he's got to figure out what Enchantress is up to.
And then
he opens the portal. As he's about to walk into it,
it's like it
blasts him.
Yeah.
It shoots him. Yeah. He flies back and he's like, I can't go home. And then the episode's over.
I was ready for him to say Odin, but damn, they didn't want to say it. Fuck.
Okay.
I gave it, oh boy.
I gave this episode a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 6. It's just too much going on.
I gave it a 7. What'd you give the last one a 10?
I gave the Dynasty a 10. Yeah, and I gave this one I gave the final or episode 26.
Okay, I gave it a 7.
It was just so stupid.
Here's my problem.
It was dumb. The
only plot this episode pushes forward is whatever Enchantress has got cooking up in behind the scenes.
Right. Because remember, she was like, well, Loki, like they were talking that before they got frozen and all that crap, so
I have no clue what they're doing. And it's definitely pushing their agenda forward, which is cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we could do that, I guess.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen.
But the episode overall was just bad. It was just bad, man.
I want you guys to understand.
It's just bad. If I'm laughing like this, you know this is just a bad episode.
I am okay and understanding that this is a kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay? What I am not cool with is every superhero cartoon has to try and play this whole moral lesson.
Right, there's got to be a lesson involved.
And it's like doing this whole, you have a problem with science, you have a problem with magic, but if you guys work together, you can conquer what you're trying. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Especially with Black Panther, he said it like so pissed off. Like he's got in my country before I pass out because you got flung across China. You got flung. We work together and shit like this. Like what the fuck was that? Black Panther.
You guys,
what?
This show has been so outstanding.
No, overall.
And they don't do this often. They don't have moments like this very often.
And it's always with Black Panther. This is 2 episodes with this dude that just fucked up, bro. God damn it.
And
it's 2 episodes.
It is a fantastic show. They have done a good job. This is definitely one of those shows
that you need
to watch from beginning to end to get everything because there is an ongoing plot.
Yeah. Overall, it's moving the plot.
Every now and again,
you get the sea level plot.
They throw one episode in.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
That's like, shoot me now.
It's like, what am I looking at here? And like I said, and I hate to dog. Like I said, I like Black Panther, but this is the second time for like I gave it where it's like a 5 or a 6, bro. Like what the hell, man? Like I don't understand.
And they've shown us they can write damn good episodes. We have this has probably been more 10s in a series than we'll probably get mostly anywhere else, other than maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right. Hello, bingo.
And the first season is Daredevil.
Exactly. But yeah, overall, that was just bad.
That one episode wasn't good.
No, it's
watchable once.
Because they were.
I'll never watch it again though.
Yeah, they were arguing in the middle. How you gonna keep the arguing going in the middle of the fight? That's gotta be a record, bro. Right. I hate you. I'm like, do you understand? We got a fucking frost thing going on. Can we please give it? And then somehow we got distracted again. Friendship pounded. And then, oh my god, this bitch got us tied up. Yes, now that the frozen's gone. Yes.
And then they were so bromanced up for Enchantress to sneak attack them
This would never. Wasp would never let this happen. Wasp would have got hit, but Wasp would have like acknowledged it. Look out, guys!
Right.
And then, like they would have at least would have gave a hit, and then she gets blasted.
So yeah.
This was some doofy shit, bro. What the?
So we still have
we got what
6 episodes left in this season. Now,
yeah.
problem is,
we're gonna.
ladies and gentlemen, next week Loki starts. So we are shifting gears. We will no longer be covering the rest of this.
Just like with MODOK,
we're going to be shifting entirely to Loki until Loki's done. So for the next 6 weeks,
again, let's have some fun.
There will even be one special for Black Widow because it comes out in the middle of Loki.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Here's some things I want you guys to understand. This smell good motherfucker right here.
Smell good. Smell good. Look like Mr. Clean in this bitch. Look
right,
good, dude.
we call him Big Snuggles.
Big Snuggles. Just the Snuggles.
He always smells like good laundry. I don't know what it is. Like if he walks around and just shakes.
Just shakes. That's it. Just breathe. Oh, it's just breathing. It just comes out. It's like, what is that? Like a dust cloud of goodness?
Like I would snuggle with him.
Oh my god. Like no homo, but I will snuggle with this man. That's great.
He is gonna have to be the big spoon though.
Oh.
So anyways,
where's Thor at? Thor. We need you.
So he is actually going on vacation.
Yes.
For 6 days, 5 nights, traveling to the wonderful place of Florida, where he gets to hug Mickey Mouse.
You could have came with me, Nick.
No, the fuck I would not.
Pause. Like whatever game this is.
You know, he's going to United Kingdom.
Yeah, Universal, which is where this is at. Universal still has there's an island.
They've got Hulk.
It got Hulk, and it's a whole island that's still based on Marvel. Which that's kind of interesting.
You're not going to that though.
Yeah, Universal Studios does have it. Yeah, I'm going there.
No, you're not going to the new place that they're opening up.
No, that's in Disneyland, California. That Avengers campus.
I thought that was in Florida.
No, it wasn't. It's in California, Hollywood. Oh. I would love to, man. Don't tip me, my mic. Never mind. Let me.
No.
I said don't tip me because I will.
This is the only vacation he's getting this year.
You think is it? I'll be like, hey, yo, Nick, let me talk to you for a minute. So here's what happened. You talked about the Avengers thing. Fuck, come back to Florida for Harlem Horror Nights. We're going to Disneyland. Let's go. So
basically, what's going to happen is next week, one of 2 things is going to happen.
Oh dear.
So he's not going to be here.
Nope.
So we will be recording our episode for Loki. It'll either be myself and Hellcat, or myself and my buddy Sildark,
or myself, Ralph, on voicemail.
He won't be on voicemail. We're not doing that. But
and just put it right to the phone. And be like,
I asked,
yeah, this is a good episode. I love it. I'm gonna watch it regardless. I'm like, this is great. Yeah, is it on the phone? Am I on it? I
asked my buddy Sildark today if he wanted to do it, and he was like, I didn't even know you had a podcast. Let me get back to you.
Okay.
So he might. If he does not, it'll definitely be Hellcat. But then after that, Ralph comes back.
Hello, I come back after being dusted for a whole week. I come back, guys.
And then
we cover Loki.
If I survive, I do get my second COVID shot tomorrow. By the time this comes out, I will have already gotten it, so I might be dead.
He's trying to go to work, which I'm like, hey, do you?
We'll see.
Do you, my friend? Hey,
we will see.
I'm in another state, so all I can do is pray for you, man.
And I know he's got things to do, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna go kick him out, and then we're gonna watch The Conjuring, and I gotta record one more thing tonight.
This motherfucker gonna watch it without me. God damn you! But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna sneak and watch it in theater. So that's not good.
He has to watch it in theater. It's a must. He will die if he does not.
He can let that go. He's like, this motherfucker right here wants to get it all over. Yes, I would like to be with everybody. Make sure everybody who coughs just cough on. No, let me stop at the theater. Just like
horror. I absolutely, again, horror movies for me. I don't get a different rush in theater.
Yeah.
The Avengers, again. I'll watch every damn Avenger movie in theater.
Right.
If they announce tomorrow, hey, we're showing all the Avenger movies in theater again, I would probably go back and do it again.
Rewatch it all over again just to see it.
And there are some other epic Marvel movies I would watch in theater. But dude, the last horror movie I seen in theater was the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh damn! Wow, that was.
Was it Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
Dang, that's like about.
I think so.
That came in what 2015? That's about That's
the last horror movie I seen.
No, in theaters. Yeah.
The last horror movie I seen in theaters was Krampus.
That came out 2018. So okay, that we not went that far. I mean,
But again,
I'm saying that's 3 years.
Horror movies don't give me a different feeling.
Like this
in
guy.
theaters.
Yeah. I get a rush when I see it because I get scared easily, guys. But I would still go watch horror
Guys,
movies.
he doesn't even need to watch these movies in theaters to get scared. I promise you. Play Pokemon Snap. It's gonna just make him jump at least once.
It's like,
Don't even need to be scared.
Hey, what's that? What is that? Oh, ooh, you was always there. Okay, bet. I'm gonna get a picture of you because you was just camping. Fucking weirdo.
But no, like some superhero movies, I will go.
Right.
But no. So that's the plans. Thank you all for hanging out with us for this hour and a half.
We're awesome people, man. We're great.
We got a little bit of a late start tonight because we had to finish watching Civil War.
Yeah, we watched Civil War. Back down memory lane, man.
I've now seen that movie at least 18 times.
Probably about four for me. I mean, it's a good movie. Like, that's literally, like, you could just remember moments from it. So
it was my favorite Marvel movie for a while until Infinity War.
Yeah.
I know that's only like 2 years, guys.
Right.
Bear with me.
I mean, because it's Spider-Man. Like, I mean, well, there's other things too, but that was like one of the biggest things, though. So, yeah.
Right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this here.
Yeah, we're going to end it because you keep saying end it, and it's like we just keep talking.
Thank you all for watching us. Again, if you're listening over on Spotify, we love you. Please hit us up with questions on Twitter. We will pick one.
We're awesome people.
And yeah, we love y'all. Thank you all for watching.
I'm going to be on the call next week. We going to have your voicemail. I'll put a call. Put it right here, right to the fucking mic.
My phone's going to be silenced. We love y'all. Thank you all for watching.
Email your ass.
We will see you depraved and wonderful people later. Excelsior.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Oh, shit. That's funny.